What is going on, guys? It's your boy Childish coming back with that part 2 for the Critical Thinking with Childish episode 17. We're going to be diving in, talking about a little dream team here that we're working on and how it relates to the original video talking about the revenge rune. So if you guys didn't catch that first video, go ahead and check it out. It explains my thoughts and theories on the revenge and why I believe it's beneficial. And then go ahead and come back to this video so we can get right into it. So, normally, as you guys have seen, because I don't have a full-blown setup for arena defense at this time, I've just been utilizing my typical arena offense, and it actually has about a 30% to 35% win ratio over the day. I have the spurts where I win like 4 or 5 in a row, then I have some that's just kind of here and there. It just depends on if I'm fortunate enough to have my Megan, be lucky and get it done. But that is not what we're talking about today. We're going to be talking about a quote-unquote dream team for myself and, taking some of the thoughts and theories that I've learned over the last 8 months and putting it into perspective after talking to you about this critical thinking video. So, here we go. Definitely a typical setup that you might have seen in certain videos or certain high-level top 1,000, top 500. But I will go ahead and explain my thoughts and theory on my team and how I would set them up in theory and why this would be considered for me a dream team. So, with relation to the revenge runes and the video that I just made prior to, I'll just kind of tell you across the board, at least all of them are going to have one subset of revenge rune because there's going to be something important for all of them to be able to be utilized for revenge. And I'll go ahead and get into that. So, first one for the revenge, as we explained in the previous video, Aria's first skill has the ability to go ahead and I'll go ahead and just get into it right here. Aria's first skill has the ability to increase the or sleep the unit for 1 turn. In addition, recover the attack gauge by 50%. So, like I stated, having the opportunity to be able to do that is very, very huge. Not only for the sleep ability, but the attack gauge increase. Getting that attack gauge up there with a unit that is going to be focused on having a lot of speed is definitely going to allow you to get more opportunities to use these second and third skills because you're just going through the turns more often than most people would. All right. As far as the revenge for Amon, again, it's just to utilize the provoke ability. So with this all added up, I think we said it was 67.5%. So 2/3 of a chance. 2 out of 3 times, if he gets revenge, he's going to be provoking the unit, taking their ability to heal if they're a healer, or to revive if they're a reviver, or to stun if they have some second or third skill that allows them to stun. So you can see how provoke, and I've showed you in arena videos how provoke can be very, very strong in an arena situation. So I love this unit. I'm really a big fan of it, not just for the heal, but for the provoking ability and the high chance to do so. Okay, Darian, moving on. His ability here again in that 2/3 range, about 64% chance to land that defense. Obviously, also in relation to the amount of accuracy there, that's just the original trigger. But again, having a revenge on this guy was going to allow more defense breaks for myself. And then, of course, him, in the Dream Team world, being Violence Mech will give more opportunities to provide a consistent amount of defense breaks with an additional chance to utilize his second still, since the be able to utilize this every 3 turns. With Violent, it'd be down to 2 turns if I'm lucky, and get an attack debuff going on there. So very, very strong for the revenge set on a Darian. And last but not least, we got the Bella Dion, and with her Awakened skill, it makes her first skill from 50 to 100% on the enemy's defense, which makes sense if you watched my first video on why I would recommend putting revenge runes on a unit that has a high percentage on the primary skill. So in addition to Darian, you're going to have another defense break with a higher chance, but you're going to have the opportunity to heal everyone by 36% because of the increase in skill that I have here down below. In addition, I'm going to put some more inogamis in here, but when I max it out, every 4 turns I'll have that available. It's definitely going to make this one a hard combination to defeat. So let's take a look at it again from a wider perspective. As far as crowd control, we got these 2 units, okay, for the crowd control. As far as defense breaks, we got these 2 units, okay, and then as far as heals, we got these 2 units. So you can see a multitude of synergy in addition to this last one here, leader scale, providing synergy for all of these units. So primary sets on the runes, how I would go about it, I would go Despair, Revenge on Arya, and it would be speed, hit point, accuracy. And the reason why I would go hit points on 4 slot rather than attack is because this particular team is set up to stall. Okay, it's not set up to do damage, so I want to keep her lasting as long as she can. And of course, if you're looking at this from an arena offense perspective, most people are going to go for either Darian or Arya, because Darian increases the mitigation of my team. So when you get him out, it takes away that 50% damage mitigation that we get. In addition, most people set up Arya in a crowd control kind of manner, but it is set up for speed, attack, accuracy. They're not going to really have a lot of hit points, so in order to take advantage of her hit point buff, her hit point leader skill, I would set her up as a support, a full-blown support with speed, hit point accuracy, looking for the highest double-digit speeds and or percentage-based runes that I can find on the 1, 3, 5 slots, in addition to the 2, 4, 6, everything here. So I'm looking to get her hit points upwards of 25k easily, okay? Again, so these 2 are going to be the targets, Darian and her, and if they're going to go for her, having the ability with a Despair set to stun and sleep on the first attack, in addition to the attack gauge increase if I land a Revenge, is going to give her the opportunity to utilize that 2nd and 3rd skill. Alright, a Violent Spec, Violent Revenge, Amon, as we stated. More chances to heal on the Violent Spec, more chances to provoke on the Revenge. You can see the combination of this being very, very detrimental to the other person's team if they're relying on units like a Lucian or a Chloe that have such strong, 3rd skills that they need to utilize them. If they can't get to those skills because they're always getting provoked, then that makes that a strong unit in the team, okay? Darian, again, a Violent Revenge, but you can make reason for going extra revenge on this one because, again, he's going to be a typical target, thinking that he should be taken down with revenge, but people counter that by giving him a tons of hit points, keep him alive long enough to take advantage of his mitigation abilities. So really cool there. I like a Violent Revenge here, or a little extra revenge with some, whatever substat you want to throw in there. So again, Violent here, Violent Revenge here. Take advantage of the high defense break on here, and then the Violent to allow you to get that heal. The bread and butter of this team as far as the heal is going to be here. 36% of a team that has 25k hit points, 30k hit points, and 40k hit points is definitely going to give me the opportunity to keep him alive. In addition to having Amon with the base hit point increase, that'll put his hit point group heal 4k heal per hit. Right now it's at 3,700. That would actually boost him over 4k heals, which is very strong and very unheard of in the ranks that I'm at, which is I run anywhere from top 3,000 to top 5,000 right now. I haven't pushed into the thousands yet, but for my area, that's actually pretty darn good. So lots and lots of synergy here. Again, 2 control, 2 heals, 2 defense breaks. The 2 defense breaks with Revenge are going to allow all these units to focus on those people that are getting defense broke. Provokes, stuns, revenges, it all makes sense. But again, it's all in theory because this is detrimental to teams that are sustainable with heals and revives. This is weak to teams that have a 200-plus offensive base team. They're going to go for either Darian or Arya, probably Arya. Again, that's why I'm trying to think one step ahead of them and providing all the speed, hit points, and whatnot to keep her alive long enough to get an attack gauge increase to utilize her 2nd or 3rd skill, or allow my big healers here to keep her heals up. Because again, 36% of 25k hit points. That's going to be, upwards of 8 to 9k hit points. That will definitely keep her at bay. So I did wanted to kind of point that out and show you how that my thoughts and theories on the synergy here. I did get oops, wrong one. I did get pointed out by a friend of mine that was talking to me with regards to some of the people in the top ranks, and I think it's Cold Steel, but I'm going to check William Chen here because I think it might be William as well. Of course, a lot of these theories that I've kind of discussed have gone with just my thoughts and testing and whatnot. At the end of the day in the game, but as you can see, the some people have various setups here. Obviously, a Violent is a very, very typical combination. It must be Cold Steel. I'll have to check here. Let's take a look. Somebody told me that one of my theories was pretty much in line with the top players. So let's see. There we go. So yeah, it looks like it is Cold Steel that was rocking it. So you can see, as he's shown right here, why this would be a beneficial team. Now, again, I know this kind of sounds kind of funny, oh yeah, you're probably doing it because, he has it, whatever. Actually, no, it makes sense. The reason why I'm talking about this with you guys is it just makes sense. Having an all-light team gives you the ability to, have no elemental disadvantage. With no elemental disadvantage, that gives you an ability to allow your crowd control effects, provoke, stun, sleep, have a better chance of landing it versus going against someone that's stronger against you. And then in addition, these units have a nice way of providing extra heals or extra defense mitigation, whatever. All of it just at the end of the day makes sense. So I can see why the top three players in the game are utilizing Revenge, especially for somebody like Darien, that can be normally considered a primary target on the team. So I hope that kind of helps you out, put into play of what I talked about in the first video. If you have any questions or comments, please put it in the comment section down below, and I'll be more than happy to answer them at my earliest convenience. So take care, guys. This is Childish with ChildishPlays, wrapping it up. Episode 17, Critical Thinking with Childish, Part 2, It's Time to Revenge. So take care, guys. God bless, and we will see you in the next video.